Hello everyone, welcome to part 5 of this complete Excel tutorial, where you will not only be learning everything from scratch about Excel, but also how to apply those skills in solving business problems. So please subscribe to get notified about new releases. In this video, we are going to discuss a very important feature available in Excel, which is built-in tables. Most people either don't know about this feature or don't use this feature. It is so important that I not only had to make a separate video for this, but also give an introduction to formula writing in the previous video. If you thought that you didn't get to learn more about common formula or functions in the previous video, do not worry, we will be coming back to that in the upcoming videos. For now, let's jump in and see what's the fuss about Excel built-in tables. So in the previous video, if you remember, we made this table. Excel allows you to insert table inside a worksheet by this method. First, you have to select the full table where you have the data. Then you have to click on insert, and after clicking on insert, you will see that there is this table option available. If you click on this table, a dialog box is going to open, but it also has a shortcut which is Ctrl T. So if I click on this table, this dialog box opens. Now, because I have already selected the selected range it is already showing, but if you want to select it now also, or you want to make changes here, you can click on this arrow and you can make the changes. But I don't want to make changes, so I'll keep it as it is. Now, if your table has headers, then you have to keep this as it is checked. But if you don't have if you don't have headers, you can uncheck this box. I have headers here inside the table, so I am going to keep this checked. Now if I click on OK, now suddenly you see the formatting of the table has changed. So this tells us that this has been converted into Excel built-in table. So once you do this, Excel recognizes your data as table. Excel built-in tables have rules in place which make sure that the format of table is right. Now these rules are: number 1, it doesn't allow you to have duplicate header names. Number 2, you cannot have merged cells in header or inside the body of the table. These rules are same as what we discussed in our previous video about designing good Excel format. So if you are using built-in tables, you know that the design of your table is correct. Now let us see what are the benefits of using built-in tables and why are they so important. So as you can see, as soon as we converted this into a built-in table, the format of the table has changed. Right now it is not very good, not very readable, because it's very light, the header. So the first point is you get built-in design. So your table becomes aesthetically appealing. So you have many built-in design available, and you can select whichever you are liking, and you can just by selecting you can change the design of your table. So I like this one here, so I'm going to select this. So it looks good. Now also it comes with banded rows. Banded row means one row is going to be dark, second row is going to be light background, so it is more readable. Now you can turn this feature on or off by selecting this. You will find this banded rows here on top. So if I uncheck this, banded rows vanishes. If I click this, banded rows comes again. But it's always good to have banded rows, because when you have lots of data, your data is going to be readable with banded rows. Second benefit of using an Excel built-in table is, I'm just going to increase this. Okay, so the second benefit of using Excel built-in table is that the column header is always visible. If you scroll down, you can see that the column headers are coming up top. Though I have not used freeze column here or freeze row here, still if I have a lot of data, this is going to be visible all the time, so which is a very good feature. Now the third benefit is, earlier if you remember, our formula was looking like this: G5 divided by $F5. Now I am going to delete this and I am going to write the formula again. Now you can see it is more easy to understand. Instead of cell reference, now you can see that there is the name of the header coming, and it is more easy to understand. So anyone who is looking at your formula can understand that, okay, this formula means cut quantity divided by order quantity. So we are going to change that, cut quantity divided by order quantity, click on enter, which will bring me to a fourth benefit, that formula gets auto-filled to till the end of the row. So if I click on enter here, you can see that automatically the formula has been filled till the fourth row here. So which is also a very good feature when it comes to when you have a lot of data. So now you don't have to drag and drop it till the bottom of a table, which takes a lot of time when you have a lot of data. So the fifth benefit of using an Excel built-in table is it has a total row. So if you click on this table design again, and if you check this total row, you are going to see that automatically a total row has been added. Now it contains a list of some common functions, or you can also add more functions by clicking on this more function. So directly you can have an average, or you can have a sum, maximum, minimum, sum. So a lot of functions are available, and without having to type out the formula and then selecting the ranges, you can directly and easily have a custom formula for every single column, and you can have different formulas here, which again is very beneficial. Now the sixth benefit, and which according to me is the most important reason that we should be using Excel built-in table, is whenever we create pivot table. So if you go to insert and if you click pivot table, do not worry about pivot tables. Again, this thing also we are going to discuss in depth in the coming tutorial, in the coming videos. Just now let's just understand that when we are trying to create a pivot table, right now it is showing that I have selected table 2, but if you're not selecting table 2 and if you're selecting a range, it shows you the cell address. So whenever you are trying to add new data inside a table, every time you will have to go to the pivot table and then change the range of the cell. So it is not really feasible when you send your spreadsheet to some other people where they will be entering the data and the pivot table is getting updated automatically. So it is always beneficial to use Excel built-in table, because what happens is you can, so if you go to the last cell of the Excel table, built-in table, and if you click on tab, here my last data cell is this. So if I click on tab, a new row is automatically added. So users can automatically add new row and they can just keep on adding their new data here. So automatically the pivot table is going to adjust to these changes. All you need to do is go to the pivot table, refresh it, and the new data is going to appear. Now the seventh benefit of this using this table is, if you have to select the full row or full column, you can just go to the top of the header, the arrow changes to pure black, and if you click here, the full column is selected. So this is not, you cannot do this when it is not a built-in table. If it was not a built-in table, I would have selected the first cell and then dragged it till the bottom, which is very time consuming. Now you can do the same thing for rows as well. So the full rows get selected. It saves a lot of time. With one click, you can select the full row or full column. So we have listed on 7 benefits of using Excel built-in table, which are very good benefits, and these benefit guarantees that you not only have a good looking spreadsheet, but also your data can be analyzed without any hassle, and you are also going to save a lot of your time if you are using built-in Excel. So from now on, I hope that every table that you are making in Excel is using built-in tables. Thank you and see you in the next video.